Steve Jobs was the co-founder and CEO of Apple Incorporation. He was the former CEO of Pixar Animation Studios. He was the largest individual shareholder in Walt Disney. He created the modern world and brought technology closer of society. Steve Jobs was born in San Francisco, California on February 24, 1955. His biological parents gave him up for adoption because they were recently graduated and they hadn't enough money. He became interested in computers and technology when he was teenagers. Jobs and his father working on electronics in the family garage. When he was 12 years old, he joined the Hewlett Packard Explorer Lab Association, in which they taught children about the latest technology creations. After high school, he enrolled at Reed College in Portland, but he dropped out of it 6 months later. In 1974, Steve Jobs got a job as a technician at the video game maker Atari. When he earned enough money, he traveled to India to learn more about technology. Then he returned to Atari when he met his Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak. He co-founded Apple Incorporation with Steve Wozniak in 1975 in his garage when Jobs was just 21 years. He persuaded Wozniak to make a computer and sell it together. They developed some computers as the Apple and the Apple II. Job had a daughter with him with girlfriend called Lisa in 1978. He denied paternity of his daughter in court documents, claiming he was sterile.
The International Business Machines Corporation, more known as IBM, which was the competition, suddenly surpassed Apple in sales. In 1984, they made the Macintosh, which was the first personal computer that used GUI with a user-friendly interface. In 1984, he received the National Medal of Technology from President Ronald Reagan. After that, he had problems with the managers of the company, John Scully of Pepsi Cola, which made him left his job and sold all the actions of the company. Steve Jobs decided to leave Apple in 1985. Jobs began a new hardware and software enterprise called Next Computer. In 1986, he purchased an animation company from George Lucas, the Star Wars creator, and created Pixar, the famous animation film studio. Pixar produced movies such as Toy Story, The Bugs Life, The Incredibles, and Finding Nemo. He created the first computer on which the World Wide Web was created. Jobs and Lauren Poole married on March 18, 1991. They live together in Palo Alto, California, with their 3 children, Reed, Erin, and Evie. When Microsoft released the first version of the Windows operating system, Apple lowered his sales.
In 1997, Apple bought Next Computer and Jobs got back on the company as executive director because the company was having money problems, and on that summer the company overpassed Exxon. In 1998, he launched the iMac, which was a compact computer built into the monitor. In 2001, Jobs changed his course focusing on a new area, the digital music. He created revolutionary products as the pocket audio player called iPod. 2 years later, he created the iTunes Store that increased the sale of music online. In 2003, he discovered that he had a neuroendocrine tumor, a rare but operable form of pancreatic cancer. In 2004, Jobs had successful surgery to remove the pancreatic tumor. He was forced to temporarily withdraw from his job. In 2006, Pixar merged with Walt Disney, making Jobs Disney's largest shareholder. In the following years, he continued to realize products such as the iPhone, the iPad, and the creation of the App Store. In 2011, he resigned as CEO of Apple, handing the reins to Timothy Cook. On October 5 of 2011, at 56 years old, he passed away at his home in Palo Alto as a victim of the cancer. Finally, 1 year later, Apple had become the most valuable company in the world. The global price of its shares on the stock market was close to $600,000 million. If you want to be successful, you have got to find what you love.